Hello everyone, this is Yoda123, I am your host, and I am back for another episode of Final Fantasy VII. So last time we completed our first mission, which was blowing up the first reactor. And we finished off by basically arriving at the slums. So let's get on into it. So we have got a little bit of story to do here, but we're not going to go in to do the story just yet. Instead, we're going to divert this way now. So we can't get into this one just yet, but we will need to get in there later. So we already got the assault gun for Barrett when we defeated that boss in the last episode, but we could pick up a couple of bangles, pick up 3, one for each character. We can go to the top here as well. So if we go to the top, there are some items we can collect, I believe. This area I'm looking for seem to be taking a bit of a wrong turn here. I'm looking for a specific area. It might be later on actually that we can... Oops. Right, so this is the room we're actually looking for, but we can't get in there as of right now. So for now we'll depart from there and we'll come back there in a bit. And we're going to, when this guy actually gets out of the way, we're going to proceed on with the story now for the minute. So we need to make our way over here and talk to Barrett. And we now get introduced to 2 new characters, Marlene and one of our main characters, which is Tifa. Now, if you bought the flower off of Ares earlier, which is the flower girl, I shouldn't have said her name just yet, that was a bit early for me to be saying it, but okay, whatever. You have the option to give that flower to either Tifa or Marlene. Unfortunately, I selected the wrong option, so I don't have... Since I didn't pick up the flower, I can't give it to either of them. So when you're ready, we want to make our way down there, or you can sit down. Give me a hard one. Cloud being a hard nut. Okay, so we'll make our way down. There goes Barrett, losing his cool again. Oh! Wow. So we've got a bit of an argument going on here. And we also now learn that Cloud was a member of Soldier, supposedly. Those of you that have played Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core and watched the movie will know what Cloud is and where he came from and all that. But I'm not going to give any spoilers here. For now, I'm going to talk to the rest of these guys. So we can't actually talk to the other one over here because he's kind of on his arse. So when you're ready, you can make your way back out. So Tifa wants Cloud to join Avalanche. And so now we're going to learn a little bit of Cloud and Tifa's backstories. And so now we get the first mentioning of the infamous and deadly Sephiroth. Those of you that, again, have played the game before or seen the movie will know who Sephiroth is. Those of you that haven't, you have never lived until you've come across Sephiroth. To my knowledge, he's the most deadliest villain slash Final Fantasy boss in all of Final Fantasy, for the sheer fact of his full potential has never actually been seen, to the best of my knowledge anyway. But we'll get to see a bit more and learn a bit more about Sephiroth later on. For now, we're going to leave it at that. And so that concludes this particular piece of backstory. There will be more to come later on. So we've got our paycheck now. It's not a lot, but it's enough for us to work with. It's all good. So we've got a bit of a haggling match now going on. What a nice guy, eh? Taking money out of his own daughter's schooling. How mean. Oh God, I'm getting myself stuck. Okay, so there's nothing to be done down here, so when you're ready, you make your way up and out, where we'll be greeted by Tifa and Barrett. So as Barrett says, we're going to the Sector 5 reactor. So if you want to go to the tutorial on how to use the material, you can do. I already know how to use it, so I'm going to skip that. And we can now access our materia. Okay, so we'll make our way out of here, and we can now access the materia shop that we couldn't earlier. What materials have we actually got so far? So we've got restore, ice and lightning. So yeah, we are a customer. If you just be quiet for a minute so we can actually see what you've got. Okay, so the only material that he's got that we haven't got is the fire one, so we'll go ahead and grab that. We'll grab ourselves another restore as well while we're at it. I think we can pick up a couple of potions as well. We'll just thinking actually if we... Oh, switched it up. So what we could actually also do quickly is we can... Oh, okay, we can't sell that one off. That sucks. Alright, moving on. So if we make our way back up through here as well, and go to back to here. What's that save point doing? Anyway. Excuse me. So this guy here, he also acts as a tutorial. That'll do us for now. What I was actually trying to get is this all materia. We also get another ether as well. We can choose to save our game as well. To my knowledge, we don't get anything from these guys by talking to them, so we'll just move on. If I can just... there we go. Right, so we'll make our way back out of here. And we'll now make our way to the train, but before we do that, let's just sort our materia out. So first of all, let's have that off of there. Let's see, what should we put on? We'll give him a restore. I think we'll leave it at that. We'll give her a restore as well, and then Barrett. We'll give him all materia, and we'll give him fire. Oh, actually, something I forgot to do is if we just click that one on. I don't want to give you any more materials for now. But we could give Barrett the lightning one. And then if we go down to Tifa, we can give her the last of the bangaroos, and then we can shove ice onto her. That way we're levelling up all our materials at once. Now, any all materials that you come across, you're definitely going to want to get your hands on for this. And there is a particular reason for it, which will become clear a bit later on. But for now, we'll come back to that later. I'm going to board the train. There goes Barrett running his mouth again and losing his temper. Okay, so as you can probably gather, the ID checker has kicked in earlier than it should have. And unfortunately one of our IDs, well, fake IDs has failed. So we now have to make our way through the train ahead of the time that it will kick in just a moment. So there's an item to be had in this particular cart. It's the guy right down the end. So we'll grab that on our way out. Get a nice high potion for our trouble. What on earth? So once again the time has kicked in. Oh, the little shitbag just took our gill. Give that back. We got our gill back. What a proud leader. Okay, so we get random encounters here. Now there's two ways we can go here. We can either go up the track or down the track. But there's not anything to be gained from going down the track at this point. However, if you want to do a bit of grinding, by all means go for it. I'm not going to bother for now. So we can't go any further this way. We can, however, go through the vent that's to the left of us, which we're going to do now. And we have an ether there. Oh, the camera angles on this can be such a pain sometimes. Okay, so once again down here we can get random encounters. There's two ways to get up to the next bit. We're going to take this ladder here once I get past this mob. So we've got new enemies to face here. Now when using the all material, the damage is split between the targets that you're attacking, as you've just seen. Well, the all material only kicks in once at present because it's only low level, but once we get that upper level, it should allow us to use it a bit more often. Another thing to take into account here is Tifa's limit break. Now I heard limit break is one big limit break, basically. And basically you have these like reel things, and each time it levels up another reel is added onto it. And eventually I think there's about and it's like 8 different reels. Well, as we unlock a limit break, you'll see what I mean. So you can come through this way to get into this area, like so. There's a potion just hidden in the corner there. Talk to Jessie, who has now informed us that it was her fault that the ID scanner went off. So if we go this way, it takes us back out to where we just came from. And we can... Tell you what, we'll just talk to Wedge while we're here. So we want to be going this way. I just thought I'd show you that quickly. And we actually want to be going this way. Probably should have picked up a tent from that shop actually, but it's not an issue. So we can talk to Biggs here. Oh, never mind, we've got one. Now, our team's actually doing alright health-wise right now, so I'd say don't use the tent right now. I'll tell you when to use it, as and when we get to it. And we're going to save our game. And I think we're going to leave the episode there for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Yoda123. Till next time, where we shall pick things up in the reactor again. Whoops. Till next time.